Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of season 6 here at Sunderland. We start the day level at the top of the table with 3 other sides. Manchester City, Chelsea and Brighton all locked on 10 points after 4 games. It is early doors of course, but McAllister is up there joining Christian Eriksen as the leading goal scorer in the league thus far this season. Again, seemingly relying more on midfielders than attackers for goals, but it's still at the beginning of the year, so hopefully we shall see our attackers continue to improve as we progress through. We'll start with Bournemouth away, and then we'll play Zurich as that's away, and it's our first ever game in Europe. And sim West Ham at home, sim Liverpool at home in the Carabao Cup, play Everton, and sim Braga at home in the Europa League. So a busy month, but a month that we should still be able to get some pretty decent results from. So hopefully we will do exactly that. Do drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel too, so you don't miss out on any further content. If you missed the video a couple of days ago about FIFA 20 career mode news, check the channel page for it and do ensure that you watch that video. There's big changes coming for FIFA 20 career mode, and hopefully it's going to spark your interest back in the mode again. But for now, we're going to continue on and hopefully get some decent results in 3 different competitions today. Bournemouth starting lineup: Muller in goal, Montiel, Mendes, Gnagnon and Nsoki at the back. Gnagnon is a new signing for Bournemouth this season. David Anthony Brooks, he's the centre-back. David Brooks on the right. Gomez, Pratt, Fraser, Moussa Barrow, also a new signing here at Bournemouth at the centre-forward role, and Borja Mayoral up top. They're mirroring our formation. We'll see which one comes away with the result. Nsoki pushing forward from left-back. Does really well to get it down the line there to Moussa Barrow. His pace is going to be really difficult to deal with, as is the finishing of Gomez, evidently. That's a very good goal from Bournemouth. Moussa Barrow running into the space, laying it back. It seems just on the edge of the box there. Actually, wasn't even... I was looking at the man that's now on the edge of the box. He come out of nowhere there, Gomez, and strikes a wonderful, perfect first-time left-footed strike into the back of the net. And after just 4 minutes, Bournemouth are in front. Not exactly the start we were after. It's Yuri Tielemans. Harrison looking for Moise Kean. In this header, please, Mr. Foyth. Well up, sir. Rafinha quickly forward there to McAllister. There's Moise Kean. George Harrison very slow on the uptake. The fact that we actually had an attacking chance there. He seems quite happy to just be a spectator. It's not exactly what I need. Thank you, Yuri. That is called being proactive with getting involved in a move. George Harrison involved here though. Moise Kean, people around me. Get this here to McAllister out of his feet. It's well blocked by Mendes. Good opportunity that. Did have the room initially for the shot, but the touch took me too close to the defender who was able to get a block in. Showing positive signs of getting back in this game though. Brooks to Gomez. Forward there to Borja Mayoral. And now to Fraser. Well dealt with. Played it away well as well. Is Jack Clark on the left-hand side. I'm not sure how fast Montiel is, but he certainly can't cope with the movement of Jack Clark. And Harrison's in, and Harrison scores! Oh, he hasn't done that for a while for me in a played game, George Harrison. And there were perhaps some calls in the comment section in the last episode to rotate he and Chalov in that centre-forward role. But if Harrison can keep up... See, this time he actually made a positive run. A couple of times previously he's just stood there and been an observer. But when he gets involved, he is effective. George Harrison brings us level after 26 minutes. Here's Moussa Barrow. Nice little drag back. Fraser to Barrow again. Oh, nearly intercepted. Tielemans will race after this but not get there. Gomez, Barrow, Gomez again. He's already scored 1 good goal on his left foot. McAllister's done well to get that away. Oh, good footwork from George Harrison there as well. We'll use the right back first, then send Rafinha on his way. And how far... Oh, it's Ryan Fraser. I was going to say, how fast is the man that's with him? Well, Ryan Fraser's pretty damn quick. How's that for a cross? Not bad. Not it back into the middle. McAllister's there. Oh, stunning goal for Sunderland. We lead down on the south coast. That's a great goal. What a volley from McAllister. Seemingly determined to try and win the Golden Boot this season. His 5th goal of the season in only 5 Premier League games. Great cross, picked up Jack Clark brilliantly, nods it down well, and well, for a first-time left-footed volley, you can't get much better Their goal was a stunning one. This one was even better. Wonderful strike from Alexis McAllister. We're in front. Alexis McAllister driving forward. We're in the ascendancy here. Certainly playing good football right now. Started off horribly by going 1-0 down, but we could end the half by being 3-1 up, and we are. We're playing some really sumptuous stuff right now. Bournemouth can't cope with us in this first half, and there's still 45 minutes to go. If we continue this in the remainder of the game, they could be in for an absolute trouncing. Back to Tielemans. We start the second half the way they started the first. Maybe. Good movement there from Moise Kean. Oh, here to Rafinha, who's yet to score for me. Oh, Ken! Oh, tipped over by Muller. Wow. Rafinha very nearly with another high-quality goal in this game. Someone mentioned in the comment section actually putting Yuri Tielemans on corners, so we'll give that a go. See if we can get something. Actually, yes. Very much yes. Yuri Tielemans is taking all of my corners from here on out. Sunderland 4, Bournemouth 1. McAllister. Where's the Ken? He's gone for the 1-2. It won't be a 1-2, but it will still end up at his feet. I don't know what's happening right now. We're playing incredible football and scoring some really nice goals. Last season, we couldn't score at all. This season, we can't stop. 9 there to Montiel. This is good football. Moussa Barrow all tripped as he had the shot. No foul was given though. Nick Pope will pump this out to the man in loads of space here, Rafinha. See you later, Nsoki. Now we maybe contemplate making it 6. Seems Nsoki's quite fast, so we'll just turn inside him. Oh, Rafinha's done brilliantly. Goes down. I mean, why would he go down there, ref, if he wasn't fouled? I should have a penalty there. Here's Ryan Fraser. Looking for Moussa Barrow and finds him actually. That would have been a hell of a goal if it had gone in. He actually took a deflection. I thought I'd won the header at the back post there. Ryan Fraser going off and making the substitution. See where this corner goes from David Brooks. It's a good delivery. Looking to try and replicate my goal with Harrison from my corner earlier, but not able to do so. Hindman's come on here. Moussa Barrow holds on to that ahead of Declan Rice. Hindman involved again. Oh, good block by Barrow and away by Drew Yearwood. We've made some changes to just give some other people a chance of a run out, considering we're 5-1 up with, well, now not much time left. When they came on, there was still a good 20 minutes. For now, we shall stay just the 5... Wait, phrase that. Just the 5-1 up. Chalov will look to play through Jamal Lowe, though, and we might be able to perhaps find a 6th. Oh, he's gone down. Penalty given. I think that's harsh, but after perhaps deserving a penalty earlier when Rafinha was tackled and not getting one, I think we've kind of... No, he's just fallen over and was on the floor. That's harsh, but I should have had one earlier, so they can't really complain. Hello, I'd like to change my taker, please. Okay, well, it will be Yuri Tielemans then to take the penalty. I wanted to give it to Moise Kean for a hat-trick. Never mind, Yuri Tielemans makes it 6-1. Gomez to Evangelista. Or to Hindman. Out wide to David Brooks. Whipped in well enough, but Declan Rice clears. And there's only a few moments left in the game now. Here's Moise Kean. Looking to get in behind. I couldn't get my hat-trick, so it wouldn't let me change the penalty taker. Oh, and I haven't quite timed that pass well enough. But... Okay, I was going to say, but there's the final whistle, but it hasn't come yet. Well, maybe there will yet be a 7th. No. I want to get the chance to hit this. Oh, he sat up beautifully to do so, but not allowed the opportunity. Bournemouth hit for 6 on match day 5. They didn't really have any response. Said their fans probably were very hopeful after their 1-0 lead in the 4th minute. Didn't quite pan out the way that you envisaged, did it, Cherry fans? That's, I think, our joint biggest victory of the season, of the save so far. Certainly our biggest victory of the season. Up next for us, for the very first time, is a game in the Europa League against FC Zurich. Zurich's starting lineup isn't that strong. They've a maximum rating of 78, I believe, and the rest of the team is early to mid-70s as well. We should see this be a comfortable victory. Should. Rafinha turns inside well. Forward nicely to Moise Ken, through to Harrison. Oh, the keeper started to come. I committed to the dink, and then he stood right exactly where he was. Never mind. Could have been a perfect start here away from home in Switzerland. It still might. Oh, but it's not going to. Out there to low. Jack Clark called for it, so we'll play him in behind. He's brought that down well enough. Got a man with him though, and he skipped past him. Superb work from Jack Clark. Good ball in too, but it's only going to find ahead of a defender. Yuri Tielemans trying to get that down. Love to have a long shot or two with Yuri Tielemans over the course of this season. Haven't yet had the opportunity to try and spank one into the top bins. Yuri Tielemans around the corner looking for Rafinha. This could be his opportunity for his first goal of the season for us in a played game, but not able to work it on his left foot. I think it's a 3-star weak foot for him with 4-star skills, so I'm not overly confident on that right-hand side for him. Unfortunately, couldn't work it on this occasion. 25 minutes in, still 0-0 here. Nice little dummy from Brown on the left-hand side. Got past Rafinha. Away-ish by Rice. Back to Brown. Waiting for the delivery. There it is. Thumping header. FC Zurich take the lead in the Europa League. Dongjoni, or Dongjoni, he just storms in all over the back of the defender, and there's nothing that we can do about that. Not the start we thought we'd have in this game, to be honest. We can't surely batter Bournemouth 6-1 and then come and lose to Zurich. That cannot be what happens. Oh, keep that down, Moise. Very nearly an instant response. Sandberg. Just holding the ball up nicely there. He's Tormin down the line towards Lazar Amani. And a great ball. Man's free at the back post. Nick Pope with an unbelievable save. I cannot tell you how he's kept that out. I don't know what the right back's doing, letting him get so far ahead of him, but that's an unbelievable stop from Nick Pope. They should be 2-0 up here, Zurich. Easily. Genuinely no idea. Oh, Nick, don't tell me you're now going to make that mistake. Oh, he's done it again. Nick Pope gets back to it. Shouldn't have had to have made the second save in the first place, but still, Nick Pope, the man in the way for Zurich here, looking to finish me off almost with a second goal. We haven't really come that close to getting a goal of our own. Here's Lazar Amani again in there today. Lovely through ball, and now they have got that second, and it's Dongjoni again. Things aren't necessarily going according to plan in Europe. Sunderland 0, Zurich 2. Lovely run again from the man. Timed to perfection, the run and the pass. Zurich, quite deadly it seems going forward. I don't really understand how we can go from being so good away from home against Bournemouth to so bad away from home against Zurich, who are hands down a much worse team. European football is more difficult than we thought it was going to be. Day, nicely picked off by Max Lowe. Not that. That was a bit for Drew Yearwood. Oh, I need everything to go my way in the final 15 if I'm to get myself anything out of this game. Oh, and he's kept that in there, Brown. Oh, Nick Pope. Oh, Cheaps, post and keeper to then be post and keeper. What on earth is going on in this game? Can't do anything against Zurich offensive. I had 2 shots in the entire game. I scored 6 goals in the last game, let alone having shots. FC Zurich are just impossible to play against for some reason. They're so much better with a much worse side than we experience week in, week out in the Premier League. I don't know whether the game artificially makes European games more difficult, but we're walking things at times in the Premier League, and I need crutches in this one. We're 2-0 down, and they just keep flying at me, Zurich. I can't get myself anywhere near their goal. 6 minutes to go. We're certainly going to lose our first ever game at this European level. Tormin down the line. Whipped in dangerously and headed away by James Justin. And that probably will be the end of the game. Bemused, baffled, befuddled. No I fucking dare what just happened in that game of football. do not understand how we can go from one extreme to the next. But we've done so. We might find this group slightly harder than we thought. Braga draw 0-0 with AEK Athens in the other game in the group. And we shall now go and play... Actually, no, West Ham was at home, wasn't it? We shall sim West Ham at home, sim Liverpool at home in the Cup. And then there was a... Was it Everton, I think, in the Premier League at the end of this week? We'll play the... Or sim with the rotated side for the game against Liverpool. I perhaps should play with the rotated 11 in cup competitions as well when I actually play. So in future I might play with a rotated 11 in the Europa League, at least for the group stage. But I thought for my first ever European game I'll play my full strength 11. That plan didn't work out, did it? It's going to be a 2-1 victory here thanks to George Harrison late on against West Ham United though. So at least our Premier League campaign continues to go on from strength to strength. Although McAllister is out for 3 days. That's not a problem. We can deal with that. Right, we'll progress towards the Liverpool game. We'll rotate that slightly there so you can see that we'll be playing the youngsters for this game against Liverpool. The bid for an international manager's job. Thankfully, we'll be able to turn that off in FIFA 20 career mode because I'm not interested in international management in any of my saves. It is Everton at the end of the week. But with this rotated side then, can we do something against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup? Maybe. Chalov has been decent in simulated games so far. Cooper's 82 rated now, I believe, in goals, so certainly growing well enough to be solid in between the sticks. Tomori's obviously was our first team starter at centre-back last season, so he's good enough in the midfield, or in the defence, similarly with Yewood and Gooch in the midfield. However, we are 2-0 down just past half-time, thanks to Fabinho and Kouame. And we pulled one back through Jamie Ward. We might not be out of it yet. We are out of it now. Never mind. Out of the Carabao Cup. At least that means we'll have less fixture congestion moving forward. Timo Graf refuses to sign for anyone. I can't get rid of the boy. Despite numerous attempts to move him on. This is probably the 6th bid we've accepted now for Timo Graf. We'll wait and see if finally he will leave. Up next is 1st versus 6th in the Premier League as we face Everton away from home. Jordan Pickford in goal for Everton here. Klosterman, Pavard, Vallejo, new signing, and Oliveira at left back. Llorente and Ndidi holding for them with Bernardeschi, Tom Davies and Henry Onyekuru as their forward 3, sat behind as ever Richarlison at striker. Always a strong side, Everton, especially with the shape of this team now. They're on par with us with regards player rating, if not perhaps slightly ahead. So they're having a solid enough start to the season in 6th. We're obviously having a better start to the season in 1st. Now, will this game be more like Bournemouth or more like Zurich? We'll find out. Down the line again to Tom Davies. Question of offside. He might have just timed the run well. He has. Rice does just enough there. Oh, that clearance wasn't the best though. Bernardeschi to Marcus Llorente. If that floats in, we'd have been in trouble. Just drifted wide. For once, a first time AI hit doesn't fly into the back of the net. Alexis, time that right for Rafinha. We could get him in behind here. And he's going to power his way past Jesus Vallejo. Rafinha still... all the defenders got back. We win that back fairly. We can't even win it back, let alone doing it fairly or not. Bernardeschi forward there to Richarlison. Thank you, Max Lowe. Try and build again from the back. Nowhere to go, really. There's Jack Clark. As it Ken makes himself available. Here's Harrison. Ken's there again. Go to Harrison. Space for Rafinha. This time he's onside. Rafinha! Oh, a corner. Did it take who did it take a deflection off? The defender. Vallejo turns well. Oh, in fact, I actually took it closer to goal there, off the inside of his leg. Tielemans with the delivery. Again, it's well done, but unfortunately on this occasion, no goal. Max Lowe forward there to Jack Clark. Oh, is that a foul? I mean, I would like a free kick there. Thank you. We'll get it. Is it within shooting range? Perhaps. Harrison on it. I've definitely set McAllister to take the free kick, so I'm not sure why it's given it to him. 30 yards out. McAllister. Dip! Oh, It did, but not enough. Henry Onyekuru. Short to Llorente, Bernardeschi. It's really good football. Richarlison buries it. It's a very good goal from Everton. That's the sort of goal we were scoring against Bournemouth. It's about the same sort of time that Zurich scored against us as well in the last game, but it's great football from Everton. Really top quality stuff. Richarlison takes a touch and just lets fly. Right, we're behind again, but we were behind against Bournemouth and came back. We were behind against Zurich and got destroyed. What will be the outcome of this one in before draw? Oh, Rafinha tackles that back, and he's received it back again as well. We'll pull it back, looking towards Harrison, but it's cut away. It's Henry Onyekuru. It's good football from Everton. That's around well. Davies into Richarlison. Foyth. This could be a corner. Good strength to hold Richarlison off. But the corner will come in from Bernardeschi. I don't think he'll go short. He's not. He's whipped it well. Richarlison's there. Pope just gets to it. James Justin was on the post. They have taken this one short. And Henry Onyekuru stands up to the back post now. It's a second for Everton. Wilfred Ndidi rises highest. We could not be more polar opposite from the first game. Oh, how has Ndidi got to that? From the first game to the next two. Big questions being asked at the minute. Mainly, how can you be so good one week and so bad the next? Oh, it's lucky. It's fallen to Kent. Oh, George Harrison, I don't really know where to go. Moise Kean. Jack Clark's arriving. Will turn. I've run out of space. Oh, it's not really going according to plan, this. Oh, looking for Rafinha. Perhaps try to play one extra pass. 10 minutes into the second half. We're still 2-0 down. And I just can't seem to unlock this Everton backline the same way that I couldn't unlock Zurich's. Two completely different sides. Two completely different levels of ability. But the same result. So far, a 2-0 deficit. We lessen that deficit now. Harrison to Kent. Bit of space. Work the chance. Rafinha! Saved well by Pickford. Fell kindly for me. Couldn't tuck it away. There to Tielemans. I've got Drew Yearwood that's come on now. And here he is, Drew. Poke that. Oh, Rafinha was onside as well because of a deep defender on the far side of the field. I couldn't squeeze it through the gap. Again, we'll throw it to George Harrison. Bit of space for Yearwood now. We'll look for Rafinha again. Skewed the shot towards the near post, and Pickford with a comfortable enough save. We're looking more dangerous in this second half, but not scored yet. Nice turn. Look for Moise Kean. Jack Clark's made runs. There's George Harrison. Yearwood, is he onside here? Drew Yearwood off the bench, scores. Oh, I was just waiting to see. I want to see the replay though. That must have been so very close. I thought we were back in it. We might not get to see the replay now because Richarlison is being substituted by Oumar Niasse. We're not. I reckon that was very, very close. We thought we were in with a chance of maybe getting a draw out of this game. As it happens, still 2-0 down and time running out. Llorente, Niasse again. Nice tackle by Tielemans. Got across that really well. Yearwood try and use him again, but caught in it there, Drew Yearwood. He went down, but he is getting back to his feet at least, so no injury for him. Tom Davies out to Bernardeschi, and Everton will look to get a third. And certain 3 points for them if they get it. At the minute, it's still in their favour, even though we have had some creative opportunities in this second half. Just can't score. Max Lowe heads that behind for a corner to the Toffees. They're going to take that short to Bernardeschi. Early ball in. Headed away by Yuri Tielemans. Jack Clark will chase. He's not going to get to it though. Vallejo inside to Oumar Niasse. Bernardeschi. Nice tackle by Rafinha. But I fear even if we do somehow manage to get one back between now and the 90th minute, we're still going to end up with 0 points from this game. Rafinha bursting through the gap. This is a good run. Just need people around me to try and find. There's Drew Yearwood. Oh, no. I need that to go in. This is going to be, I believe, our first defeat of the league season so far. But it's our second defeat of the day. Well, actually, no, it's our third defeat of the day because we lost in the Carabao Cup. But it's our second defeat of the day in a played game. Both by the same scoreline. We were more creative in this one than we were against Zurich. Same result. How can you go from winning 6-1 and in such style as well in the first game to just shitting the bed in the remaining two? Don't understand. We use the reserve side here against Braga because it's at home and I do fancy us to get victory in a simulated game. Oh, dearie me, with Manchester United coming up as the first game of tomorrow's episode. That's going to be a tough one. We'll wait and see how things pan out in this final game of the day against Braga. 0-0 after half an hour. Joel Feltman has picked up a yellow card for them right at the very beginning of the game. They drew 0-0 on the opening day against Athens, who are now just got 1-0 down. Never mind, they've equalised against Zurich. Jalov gives us a 1-0 lead in the 68th minute. Our first points in Europe are assured thanks to our new Russian striker. We are top of the Premier League still. Oh, shock. Graf's transfer talks have broken down. Top of the Premier League still. That was our first defeat. City and Arsenal both undefeated thus far. Everton was 6th when we played them and just lost. And we faced 6th placed Manchester United as the first game of the episode tomorrow. Also have Liverpool and Chelsea in the month, as well as Athens and Burnley. Big one tomorrow, a very big one indeed. We shall end with a final training session. Whilst I say do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more of this save, and of course FIFA 20 when it arrives in just over a month's time. But for now, I'll see you next time.